Alright, welcome to the inventory screen, character screen, options button. Pretty much the options button. And here you will see a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to cover in this, so I'm going to be as quick as concise as possible. So here we go. Here's your level, your main level, and here's your light level. The difference in between the two is your level restricts you to pretty much the quest missions, and it pretty much limits you on which quests you're able to pretty much complete and do. And once you reach level 40, you will be able to gain these beautiful things called legendary marks. Now, legendary marks are used in a number of things, but I'm not going to get into them right now. This is pretty much to cover the basics to the game. Things you're going to need to know in order to play it and pretty much enjoy it to the fullest. Light level is pretty much dictated by your defense and your attack stats for your items and your gear or armor. Now, how do you increase that level? Simply by getting stronger gear. Whenever I equip items that are of better defense or attack value, my light level will increase. Now I'm a little bit closer to getting another light level simply because the item that I equipped has higher defense. Simple as that. Over here you have the pulse rifle, which is my primary, sniper rifle, which is my special weapon, and machine gun, which is my heavy weapon. Your primary is your most used weapon. Specials are pretty strong, usually stronger than your primary, and your heavy weapon is your strongest weapon. You usually want to use those for when you're in a pinch or when you're in a boss fight and you really need the extra firepower. Lastly, your ghost, as it for some reason applies to your attack power, which is not true. It applies mostly to your defense, and they have extra perks. These extra perks usually help you outside in the overworld in Destiny, or when you're pretty much farming or killing certain enemies. See, this ghost shell helps me when I kill Hive. I gain more glimmer when I kill Hive. So, let's talk about items and item quality. When you start the game, you most likely will have a item or items that are of the common quality, or white. White items are pretty much the worst items in the game. They usually don't give you as much perks or as much of an attack rating as the higher value items in the game. As you progress through the game, you're eventually going to get green items. Green items are usually better than white items. And then blue items, they are called rare items. At the beginning of the game, these are quite rare. You won't see them very often, but as you level up, you will start seeing them pretty much drop like candy. As you can see, I have a lot of blue items in reserves. After blue items, you will start getting legendary items. The legendary items are quite rare. You won't see them very often, and when you do, you pretty much want to keep them because they are pretty hard to get. You actually have to work to get these items, and they are the second best quality item in the game. Legendaries are just awesome. And then eventually, either your first exotic will be from Xur, which is an NPC that sells the highest quality items in the game pretty much all weekend. He'll only pop up every weekend, and again, as I said, you'll need strange coins to purchase them. Strange coins to purchase exotic items from Xur will get you them at 280 defense, whereas if you get them as a drop from using the 3 of coin, you will get them at 290 attack or 290 defense. These are the highest quality exotics that you can get as drops. So yeah, pretty important stuff. And then lastly, you'll get your artifact. Artifacts pretty much augment your abilities. Most likely they will make it so that certain abilities will drop more orbs. Orbs are pretty much these blue balls of energy that when you kill an enemy with a super ability, these blue orbs, when picked up, will help you supercharge yourself quicker. Or if you're playing with people, when you kill an enemy with a super, that orb will make it so that your super ability will recharge their supers quicker. In turn, very important, and you will only be able to use them when you're level 40. And lastly, the subclass. The subclass is very important because they affect your super abilities. Voidwalker for Nova Bomb. Pretty sweet super that I showcased on a earlier video. I'll probably put a little link up top here to show you what I mean. Stormcaller, which is a new super ability introduced into the Taken King DLC. Pretty sweet. And then I have the Sun Singer. You can always inspect every piece of gear and item by pressing triangle. Triangle will let you inspect your gear and subclass. So here I have subclass skill nodes. Certain skill nodes could only be equipped once, depending on what skill node skill tree I have. Here we have my super, which is Storm Trance. These will enhance my Storm Trance abilities. Here's my melee Storm Trance ability, Thunder Strike. These will enhance Thunder Strike, and so on. These enhance your, pretty much your super class ability passive stats, which are armor, recovery, and agility. They really help you out, so pay attention when you equip these. Your items, as they get stronger, they will be available for upgrades. If you press triangle, hover over them, you see that I unlocked an upgrade for this item, but I don't have enough materials to pretty much unlock it. Weapon parts, another important part of upgrading your items in Destiny. Weapon parts and armor materials, they can be found in your inventory. Weapon parts are gotten or received when you break down weapons. Now be careful when you break down weapons, because when you break down weapons, you're essentially getting rid of that weapon. What you want to do is you want to pick a weapon that is of less quality than the one you currently have. Simply hold down square and you dismantle the weapon. Voila, weapon parts. Now I come over to the weapon that I want to upgrade. Bam, said weapon unlocks 3 new perks just because I unlocked that weapon skill tree node. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Always be on the lookout for items and weapons that are of lower attack value than the ones you currently have equipped, because breaking them down will yield materials that you will have to use or that you will need to further increase your weapons and items. And over here we have the inventory screen. Again, these two, very important. You get them by doing bounties. Always want to keep doing bounties. And then you have your regular materials. Regular materials or planetary materials can be found on the planets, or they can be easily bought off NPCs in the tower for legendary marks. Now legendary marks, kind of a bitch to get until you reach level 40, so don't worry about those for now.